Decentraland or Mana has been on a tear over the past couple of weeks. Does it still have more room to run up? So let's take a quick look at Decentraland. This is the first time I cover Decentraland, so for those who are new to Decentraland, let's take a quick look and find out what it is. Decentraland has a trading symbol of MANA or MANA. The current price is at $3.77. The market cap is relatively low at about 6.7 billion. 24-hour trading volume is at around 1.9 billion, which is very good. Circulating supply is at 1.82 billion MANA. So what is Decentraland? MANA is a cryptocurrency that can be expanded on Decentraland. MANA is a virtual token that can be used to pay for virtual plots of land in Decentraland as well as other virtual goods and services. Decentraland is a virtual reality platform powered by the Ethereum blockchain. Users can create, experience, and monetize content and applications. The official website for Decentraland is at Decentraland.org. So for those of you who are interested in learning more about Decentraland, I strongly recommend that you visit this website and go through this, especially reading their white paper, try to get a better understanding of what this project is all about. You can explore, lose yourself in an amazing, evolving world, create, test the limits of your imagination, trade, the virtual destination for digital assets. And if you cannot figure out what you want to do, they actually guide you through that. So if you watch my video about Decentraland, and if you like Decentraland, before you decide to make an investment, make sure you go to their website. Study, do your due diligence, just don't take my word for it. Because after all, I am not a financial advisor. This video is strictly for fun and educational purpose only. Now, this weird looking thing is actually the daily chart for MANA. And the data I have is to about 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on November the 21st. MANA has been doing nothing since around April of this year, all the way until the end of October. Very much traded sideways, very low activity. Then all of a sudden, we see this major spike up in price. And the spike up in price coincide with Facebook renaming to Metaverse. And that caused this entire new space, which is the virtual reality space, to explode. Decentraland, being one of the top virtual reality platforms, obviously benefited from that. As we can see, volume pick up. Decentraland spiked up from less than $1 all the way to about $5, and then it's retraced, consolidated, dropped all the way down to about $2.50. If we take a quick look at how much it retraced after spiking up, we see that the price retraced by roughly about 61.8%, which is very normal. Now, if we connect this low point to this low, that would give us the upward trend line, and if the price does not drop below this trend line, then at 220, this could potentially be the bottom for this retracement, and that MANA would likely continue this uptrend again. So after the price rebounded, MANA spiked up, crossed over the 10 days moving average, and then the minute it dropped and retested the support of this trend line, it bounced right back up, and since then, the price continued to trade over this 10 days moving average, which is a very, very bullish sign. Now, let's go over some of these indicators. First, the Bollinger Band. When MANA was in consolidations, the Bollinger Band contracted and the width of the band get very narrow. That indicates a lot of momentum is being built up. Then the minute the price spike up, we see this huge run up in price. Then the Bollinger Band get expanded. And for the last couple of weeks, when the price retrace and consolidate, the Bollinger Band contract. And now it get to the point where the width of the band is getting narrower again. And now the band is beginning to expand, and mana is riding this upper band. The formations of this is very similar to Shiba Inu when it was forming for what I call is the second wave run up in price. So let's take a look at mana versus Shiba Inu. The top chart is Shiba Inu. And if we look at this chart, Shiba very much traded sideways since the middle of May all the way until the beginning of October. Went through this long consolidation process, very low activity. Bollinger Band contracted really well. Then the price spiked up. The Bollinger Band expanded, retraced, consolidated. The Bollinger Band contracted and got to the point where it was ready to support another wave. Then we see the Bollinger Band expanded and the price started to spike up. And compare that to mana, we see this sort of similarity. Mana even took longer to consolidate. It started around April all the way until the end of October, which is about 6 months. Then the price broke out. The Bollinger Band expanded, mana retraced, consolidated, the Bollinger Band contracted, and now mana is in the process of beginning this second wave. And if we look at how much Shiba run up in terms of this Fibonacci extension, Shiba ran up by roughly a 2.61 times before it retraced, and right now is in consolidations. If we apply the same type of extension, then we are looking at the possibility for mana to run up to as high as $12 as part of the second wave. Let's examine some of these indicators. The moving average, right at around the 1st of November, after this major spike up in price, we saw the 50 days crossover and lead the 200 days. That gave us the golden cross, very, very bullish signal. And since then, the 50-day continued to lead the 200 days, and the gap just get wider and wider. The 10 days moving average continued to lead the 50 days as well as the 200, and the trend continued to be upward. The most important thing is mana has been able to trade over the 10 days moving average for the past couple of weeks. The brief retracement in price over the past 3 days allow mana to get out of this oversold territory. We talk about the Bollinger Band. Definitely the Bollinger Band is setting up for the second wave. There is the possibility that mana may drop down and retest the support of this upward trend line again. And that would put mana down to about 360. But I do expect the price to bounce up, and mana would run up and begin the second wave. And the target for the second wave would eventually take mana to a low of about 750, which is right at about 1.618 times the extension from this high, to as high as about $12, which is based on the 2.618 times the extensions that we saw with Shiba. The reason I think that mana would likely run more to the $12 range because of how long it took mana to consolidate, which is about 6 months. The longer it takes to consolidate, the momentum would push the price much higher. That's it for this video, and don't forget to click that like button and reward me with a like if you appreciate the content that I'm presenting. Also, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button and subscribe, and make sure you turn notification on. And if you have Twitter, make sure you follow me at Vietmaxim, because I provide constant update on all of our favorite cryptos.